Talk English Vault.
Learn English with podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Talk English Vault, the podcast that's here to help you speak English with real confidence, in real situations, in the real world. I'm Zara.
And I'm Finn. And today is special because we are tackling the one topic that almost every single English learner has asked us about at some point.
That's right. Today we are talking about how to speak English confidently. Not just how to study English, but how to actually speak it out loud to real people without freezing up.
Because here's the truth. You can know thousands of words, understand every grammar rule in the book, score perfectly on a test, and still feel completely tongue-tied the moment someone speaks to you in English.
Sound familiar? You are absolutely not alone. This is one of the most common struggles for English learners everywhere in the world.
But here's the good news. Confidence is not something you're born with. It is something you build. And in today's episode, we are going to show you exactly how to build it.
We've got practical strategies, real mindset shifts, common mistakes to stop making, and exercises you can start today. This is going to be a powerful one.
Let's get into it.
Finn, before we get into the solutions, let's talk about the problem. Why do so many English learners struggle to speak confidently, even when they know a lot of English?
Such an important question to start with. And I think the number one reason is fear of making mistakes. Learners are so afraid of saying something wrong, mispronouncing a word, or using the wrong grammar that they choose to say nothing at all.
And silence feels safe, right? If you don't speak, you can't make a mistake. But the cost of that silence is huge because you never practice and you never improve.
Exactly. It's like being afraid to ride a bike because you might fall off, but you never actually get on the bike. You can read every book about cycling in the world. It won't teach you balance.
I love that analogy. And there are other reasons too, right? It's not just fear of mistakes.
Absolutely. A big one is comparing yourself to native speakers. When a learner hears a fluent, fast-speaking native speaker, they think, I'll never sound like that. What's the point?
And that comparison is so unfair to yourself. That native speaker has been using English every single day for their entire life. You are on a different, but equally valid journey.
Another reason is lack of speaking practice. A lot of English education is focused on reading and writing, grammar exercises, multiple choice questions, textbooks, but very little time is actually spent just talking.
So when the real moment comes, a conversation, an interview, a presentation, the speaking muscle simply isn't trained, and that makes you feel unconfident, even if your knowledge is solid.
And finally, negative self-talk. The little voice inside your head saying, your accent is terrible, you sound stupid, why can't you just say it properly?
That inner critic is brutal, and it does more damage to your confidence than any grammar mistake ever could.
So now that we understand why this happens, let's talk about how to fix it. And Zara, I know you have a framework you love for this.
I do. I call it the CORE method, and it's the foundation of everything we're going to talk about today.
Ooh, I love a good framework. Tell us everything, Zara.
Okay, so CORE stands for 4 things: consistency, output, repetition, and environment. These are the 4 pillars of building real English-speaking confidence. Let's go through each one.
Starting with the C, consistency.
Consistency, it means speaking English every single day. Not just when you feel like it, not just during class, every day. Even for just 10 to 15 minutes.
Because confidence is built through habit. The more regularly you speak, the more natural it begins to feel. It's like going to the gym. You don't get strong from one amazing workout. You get strong by showing up again and again.
Exactly. And consistency doesn't have to mean long study sessions. It can be talking to yourself in the mirror while getting ready, narrating what you're doing as you cook, describing what you see on your commute.
Which actually brings us perfectly to the O, output.
Output means actively producing English, speaking and writing, not just consuming it. A lot of learners spend 90% of their time on input, watching videos, listening to podcasts, reading books.
And input is incredibly important, but if you never practice output,
actually speaking and forming sentences yourself, you'll always feel like something is missing.
So the goal is balance. For every hour of English you consume, challenge yourself to produce at least 15 to 20 minutes of spoken English output.
Now, the R, repetition.
Repetition is your secret weapon. Find phrases and sentences that you need in daily life and repeat them until they become automatic, until you don't have to think about them. They just come out.
For example, instead of panicking when someone says, "How are you?" if you've repeated a few natural responses 100 times, you'll answer smoothly and confidently every time.
Scripts aren't cheating. Athletes drill the same moves over and over. Musicians practice the same scales for years. Repetition is how mastery is built.
And finally, the E, environment.
Environment means surrounding yourself with English as much as possible. Change your phone settings to English. Watch your favorite shows in English with English subtitles. Follow English content creators. Think in English when you can.
The goal is to make English feel like a normal, natural part of your daily life, not something foreign and stressful that only happens during study time.
When English becomes part of your environment, your brain starts to treat it as familiar. And familiar things feel less scary.
C, consistency. O, output. R, repetition. E, environment. The CORE method. Write that down, listeners.
Okay, we have the framework, but strategy alone isn't enough. We also need to talk about mindset, because your beliefs about yourself and your English will either fuel your confidence or sabotage it.
This is the stuff nobody talks about enough. Let's go through the most important mindset shifts for confident English speaking.
Mindset shift number 1. Mistakes are evidence that you're trying. Every time you make a mistake in English, it means you had the courage to speak. That is something to celebrate, not be ashamed of.
Native speakers make grammatical mistakes all the time. Accents don't make you less intelligent. Pausing to find a word doesn't make you less fluent. The only true failure is staying silent.
Mindset shift number 2. You don't need to be perfect to be understood. Communication is the goal, not perfection. If someone understands your message, you have succeeded. Full stop.
I've had conversations with English learners all over the world, different accents, different levels, and some of the most memorable, powerful communicators I've met were people who weren't fluent yet, but they were clear and they were brave.
Clarity beats perfection every single time. Mindset shift number 3. Stop translating in your head. This is a game changer. When you translate from your native language into English in real time, you slow yourself down dramatically.
The goal is to start thinking directly in English. At first, it will feel awkward and slow, but the more you practice, the faster it becomes, until eventually the English just flows.
A great exercise for this. Spend 5 minutes every morning just thinking about your day ahead in English. Plan it, narrate it, describe it, all in English, inside your head.
Mindset shift number 4. Progress, not perfection. Compare yourself to who you were last month, not to a native speaker. Are you understanding more, speaking a little faster, feeling a little less nervous? That is success.
Progress compounds. Every small improvement builds on the last. Trust the process and celebrate the journey. And mindset shift number 5. Your accent is part of your identity. Your accent tells the story of where you come from. It is not a flaw to fix. It is a feature of who you are.
The world is full of confident, brilliant, successful people who speak English with a strong accent. Your goal is clarity and expression, not to sound like someone you're not.
Own your voice. It is unique, it is yours, and it is powerful.
Right. Now let's get really practical. Zara, what are the best exercises our listeners can do right now to start building their speaking confidence?
Love this section. Okay, 6 exercises. Let's go.
Exercise 1.
talk to yourself. Seriously, narrate your day out loud in English. Okay, I'm going to make coffee now. I need to find my keys. The weather looks cloudy today. I should bring an umbrella. It sounds silly, but it is incredibly powerful.
It builds your speaking fluency without the pressure of another person listening. It's your safe space to experiment with English.
Exercise 2, shadowing. Find a short video clip of a native English speaker, a YouTube video, a podcast, a movie scene, and repeat exactly what they say, copying their rhythm, pronunciation, and intonation.
Shadowing trains your mouth muscles, your ear, and your confidence all at the same time. Even 5 minutes of shadowing a day makes a noticeable difference over time.
Exercise 3, record yourself speaking. Take out your phone, set a timer for 2 minutes, and talk about any topic in English. Then play it back.
I know, hearing your own voice is uncomfortable. Most people hate it, but it is the fastest way to identify what you're actually doing well versus what needs work. And over time, you'll hear yourself improving, which is incredibly motivating.
Exercise 4. Use sentence starters. When you're in a conversation and you feel nervous, having a set of go-to phrases gives you a bridge to start speaking while your brain catches up.
Phrases like, "That's a great question. Let me think about that for a second." What I mean to say is, if I understand correctly, to be honest with you, I think what's interesting about this is...
These are called discourse markers, and fluent speakers use them all the time. They give you thinking time while keeping the conversation flowing. You don't freeze, you bridge.
Exercise 5. Join English-speaking communities, online or in person. Language exchange apps, conversation clubs, YouTube comment sections, Discord servers for English learners. Find your people.
Speaking with other learners is incredibly powerful because the pressure drops. Nobody in a learner community is there to judge you. They're all on the same journey. The support is real and the practice is invaluable.
And exercise 6. Set a daily speaking challenge. Every day, challenge yourself to do one thing in English that pushes you slightly outside your comfort zone.
Day 1, introduce yourself in English to someone new. Day 2, ask a question in English in a comment section. Day 3, describe your morning routine out loud in English. Day 4, watch a 10-minute English video and summarize it out loud.
Small steps, taken daily, add up to massive confidence over time. It's not about giant leaps. It's about consistent, courageous little steps forward.
Before we wrap up, let's quickly go through the top confidence killers, the habits and thoughts that are quietly holding you back, and how to stop them.
Confidence killer number 1. Waiting until you're ready. There is no perfect moment. There is no magic level of English where you'll suddenly feel ready. You build confidence by speaking, not before.
Confidence killer number 2, only studying but never speaking. Grammar books are tools, not the destination. At some point, you have to close the book and open your mouth.
Confidence killer number 3. Apologizing for your English before you even start. Sorry, my English is not very good. Stop. This immediately puts your listener on guard and puts you on the back foot. Just speak. You'll be surprised how well you do.
Confidence killer number 4, giving up after one bad conversation. One difficult conversation does not define your English. Everyone, even native speakers, has conversations that feel awkward or unclear. Shake it off and keep going.
Confidence killer number 5. Comparing your Chapter 1 to someone else's Chapter 20. That fluent person you admire on YouTube, they have years and years of practice behind them. You are at a different point in the story, and your story is just as valid.
Stop these 5 habits and watch your confidence begin to grow almost immediately.
All right, before we say goodbye, here is your Talk English Vault Challenge for this week.
We want you to do 3 things. Number 1, pick one exercise from our list of 6 today and commit to doing it every day for the next 7 days.
Number 2,
Write down one negative belief you have about your English and replace it with a positive, truthful statement. For example, replace "my accent is terrible" with "my accent is unique and I am understood."
And number 3, drop a comment on this YouTube video telling us what is your biggest challenge when it comes to speaking English confidently. We read every single comment and we will personally reply.
Because this community, the Talk English Vault family, is built on real support, real encouragement, and real growth. We're in this together.
And we genuinely believe in every single one of you. The fact that you're here, listening, learning, trying, that already makes you someone who is going to succeed.
So keep going, even on the days when it's hard, especially on those days.
If this episode helped you today, please give it a thumbs up. It makes a real difference and helps us reach more learners around the world.
Subscribe to Talk English Vault and share this episode with a friend who needs a confidence boost today. Be the reason someone believes in themselves a little more.
Until next time, speak up, stand tall.
And keep unlocking your English potential. You've got this.
See you next episode. Bye.
Bye, everyone.